Hello and thank you for tuning into our Read Health channel. My name is Dr. Sahal Fazam and I'm a traditional Chinese medical doctor here at Read Health Integrative Medicine, specializing in acupuncture. I would like to take a few moments of your time to talk about fibroids, and the reason for that is because it's actually quite common now. In fact, fibroids in America alone, half of the women over the age of 40 have or will develop fibroids. The figures are probably just the same in Australia. Now, I just want to talk to you a little bit about what fibroids are. I don't want to talk much about the science behind it because I'm sure you're after some answers and some solutions. So just quickly an introduction, fibroids are really just a solid muscle tissue growth in the uterus. And the development of this occurs normally due to alterations in the hormones, especially estrogen, which causes this tumor-like lump. Now, the good news is it's not actually generally it's not a malignancy or a cancer. In fact, less than 0.1% of the time it becomes a malignant tumor, so cancerous. So generally it's quite safe. Now, Western physicians normally deem it as a sort of a normal irregularity. So basically they're saying it's normal, but it's kind of irregular. Now, I'm sure you would agree that that just doesn't make sense, and nor should it be there in the first place. So Chinese medicine has been around for thousands of years, and the reason why I want to talk to you about it is because it actually gives you a great treatment protocol in how we can help with fibroids. So the reason why fibroids are there in the first place in Chinese medical perspective is because there's an obstruction in the circulation of blood and energy. Energy is the universal concept of your body, which is you as being energetic. And when there's an obstruction here, the obstruction of blood in particular becomes in a form of a lump, like it congeals up because it's not flowing freely in the reproductive area. So as the lump grows more and more, it becomes bigger and bigger. Now, in medical literature, the biggest I think they've discovered was up to about 100 pounds. But over 80% of the women, which is normally 80% or even up to 90%, it's normally generally the size of a walnut. So they're fairly small, but either case, they shouldn't be there, and they cause a lot of problems. So some of the symptoms, for example, are heavy periods with a lot of pain. Generally, that's probably the first reason why people go and do tests and scans to find out what's going on. Other stuff like irregular bowel habits, so tendency towards constipation or diarrhea. Low back pain, which is really common as well. Pain going down the legs. Naturally, there's irregularities in the menstrual cycle. So there could be problems with the breast enlargement or swelling and pain, bloating and abdominal pain and distension. So these are common patterns and symptoms that one experiences with fibroids. What I would like to tell you today is one significant area of Chinese medicine, and that is why the blood actually starts to coagulate or become obstructed in the first place. And that is an emotional background. In particular, two emotions that we look at when it comes to fibroids is anger and resentment. These are two really important emotional traits that people carry who suffer from fibroids. Now, you may have not heard of it that way. You probably know that you become stressed and there's more pain. But I wanted to break it down a little bit more to actually tell you that it's generally due to some kind of longing or holding of anger in the form of suppressing your anger, and the form in the reproductive area where this anger starts to actually obstruct the circulation of natural flow in these organs around the uterus. So in Chinese medicine, especially with acupuncture, what we do is we do certain points on the body to alleviate the circulation, but more important, to allow the person to deal with the emotions and let the anger and resentment go. One important key principle behind the anger and resentment as to why you're angry in the first place is because over the age of 40, now half of the women over the age of 40 develop fibroids. In that age category, or even a little bit before 40, most women actually have a specific and natural desire to have children, but they can't because of things like fibroids, for example, endometriosis and so on. And the reason is because they have this desire because maybe they left the whole process of having children in the first place a little bit too late, and now they have some problems in conceiving a child. So the desire is still there, but the child is not there, so the result is not there. So this desire actually becomes so aggressive in the body that the body produces that for you in a form of a tumor or a fibroid when there could have been a potential child or a fetus. That's really important, because if you don't relieve this tension of anger and resentment and perhaps other emotions, every case is different obviously, there's going to be much problems in the area of the lower abdomen, and there's going to be a lot of problems with circulation. So acupuncture is excellent in opening up the channels, allowing you to express the emotions in a way that's natural and healthy, so for you to be able to reduce the size of the fibroid and completely make it disappear. Every case is different. We would love to have a chat with you. If you have any questions at all, we are more than happy to help. You can call us on 039802 7000. We're in Melbourne, Australia, or you can visit our website www.reidhealth, that's REID health.com.au. In the meantime, maybe you can, we look at diet a lot as well, so maybe something like whole grains, leafy green vegetables and beans are really good to reduce these the fibroids. There's a lot of supplementation therapies that we look at as well, but again, every case is different. Hopefully this has helped you a little bit in understanding a little bit more about fibroids, a different approach. And again, if you have any questions, we are here to help. Thank you for watching.